much going on. High Templars are out here, so Storms are going to play a big part in this. Not one Goon yet. Goons, I'm expecting more Goons to come on the way. Goons are so good against the Lurkers, so I'm expecting to see them. These Lings are actually going to take down this pylon right here, so he's actually not going to expand to the top left. So right now, Day 9 is going to be up that 3-2 expansions where you want to be as the Zerg player. Actually, he did double expand. So Day 9 actually taking a little bit of risk here, and it's going to pay off if he can hold it. He's actually taken 2 expansions and delayed Nony's expansion, but this one Dark Templar, I thought we were going to see Dark Templar, not noticing it, actually going to chop away at some Lings here. So it's up to Nony. He needs to get this expansion running again, and he is actually going to send a probe to take that expansion. But yeah, Day 9 is actually double expanding, so that's actually pretty risky here, and this is Nony's time to attack. If he could attack now and lay out an expansion, he'd be in a good situation to move on and take this game. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do that quite yet. These Lings are actually going to come around, and those Lings are actually going to take out that probe again, so Nony's expansion being delayed even more. Or maybe he's not going to take out the probe. Oh, boy, that was close. Wow, that one probe is going to live. Now he's going to go back and take the expansion. So, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that well, that would have really helped Day 9 if he could have laid out that probe once more. Nony's expansion has finally started, I think. Unless this probe's just going to sit here. Oh, he's waiting on minerals here. So, yeah, pretty heavy macro game. We are going to see, I think it's going to come down to one big battle. Robotics facility up and a shuttle here. So I think we actually could be seeing a storm drop as I called before. And I think we are going to. Photon Cannon is warping up, going to get the cannons up before putting in the Nexus. That's just to save the minerals so he doesn't have to cancel the Nexus if Day 9 decided to attack the top left. But I'm sure Day 9 right now knows that Nony has taken the top left expansion. We have the third extractor here, the third gas warping in for Zerg. That's important that he does keep this expansion. He does have actually pretty good Lurker defense at all his expansions right now. So Day 9 in a comfortable situation I feel. He was a little late to get his third expansion, but he actually double expanded to make up for it. Lurker's going to push back, realizing they're not going to be able to do too much. Cannons warping in. This top left expansion is actually going to be safe here. High Templar coming up. So yeah, Nony's just going to try to hold this third base and try to play a macro game, and I'm not sure if he knows about all the expansions. See, this Corsair is the shuttle here. We are going to see a storm drop, but I think Day 9 has actually seen it here. This shuttle's almost going to get picked off. Oh my god, it does get picked off. That's actually really going to hurt. He only drops the Zealot there. Not going to be able to get the storm drop off as he wanted, and it's going to lose the shuttle. That's actually 200 minerals lost for the shuttle there, and obviously he needed to do those kills. That's one of the reasons he got the High Templar so quick, so that he could do storm drops at the expansions before Day 9 had the appropriate defense up here. Scourge is coming up here, and they're just going to try to intercept more Corsairs or more shuttles coming down. I think another storm drop. We possibly could see it, though. No, but he's not making the shuttle here, so I don't think we're actually going to see it here. And that is very surprising there. That actually really cost Nony here, and I don't think he was expecting that left expansion. Now he knows that there. I think he knew about the bottom right expansion, but I don't think he knew about the left expansion. He's actually going to come in here with Goons, High Templars, Zealots, and a Dark Templar well-balanced army with the Observer here. It's key, though. There are Scourges out on play. If he loses that Observer, these Lurkers would be devastating to his army. He's going to march up here, but there are Lurkers right up the ramp. Ramps are not too friendly for any StarCraft army here, and he's realizing that, and he's going to have to move around. He might actually go for the natural. He might go for the choke, or he could try to isolate the bottom right expansion and lay that out, but there are a lot of sunken colonies here at the natural, so I don't know if this is going to be the best move. A lot of Hydralisks, several Lurkers burrowed, and actually though, Day 9's all his Lurkers are actually at his expansions here, so his main base might be a little susceptible, although he does have a lot of sunken colony support. Storm's going off on everything, but he needs to. A couple High Templars are going to finish off these. Ooh, finishing off the Hydralisk there. Decent micro by Day 9, but not going to be enough here. His main base is in a lot of trouble here, and he's going to send some army. He's actually going to go to the bottom right expansion. He doesn't want to deal with those sunken colonies, reeling right now that they could actually, 4 sunken colonies could be quite a blow to his army here. So he's actually going to go to the bottom right expansion, try to lay that out, and more Hydralisks on the way here. And yes, but thanks to these ramps, this is one thing about this map. Smart build here by Day 9, going to get the Lurker support up here and be able to hold these expansions. This is really costing Nony every time he's trying to lay out his opponent's expansions and not taking an expansion of his own. So maybe realizing that he can't quite do this. These Lurkers are going to come in here, try to get a burrow. Goon so strong against Lurkers, though. I think he's trying to pick off the Ob. Not going to be able to pick off the Ob. Nony being a little ballsy here, actually moving out with only one but Scourge is not in the right position here, so Nony's actually going to survive this battle, and he might actually try to go in for the choke here. And Nony could actually do some damage here. He does have High Templars. They have stormed a few times here, so energy might be a little low. A few Hydralisks coming in, trying to delay the push. Scourge coming in. Oh my gosh, he needs Overlords there to pick off that Ob there, but wow. Nony, I'm expecting another Ob to be on the way. We aren't even seeing an Ob producing here, so possibly some Lurker play in the middle of the map, but where Nony's not expecting it could be absolutely devastating. More reinforcements on the way. Nony with definitely a bigger army is actually taking this expansion right here, but this Overlord sees it. Bummer. Day 9's gonna know this expansion's here, but now Day 9's gonna push out with Hydralisks and Lurkers here. He's gonna try to lay out this expansion. Nony coming in with the seizable force here. He's gonna try to storm this. He needs to storm the Hydra. Only one the a little slow to get there. Lurker hits going off on unnecessarily here now. Oh my gosh. Nony's gonna crush this army. I expected Day 9 to do a little more than that. Scourge is coming in, not been able to find the obs here, and Nony's in a good situation. He definitely has the bigger army now, taking the 4th expansion. Macro game is in the favor of Day 9 right now, but I feel it's gonna swift over as Nony gets up this expansion, and he's doing some damage to his opponent. Excuse me. This isn't a free-for-all. Storming everything. Scourge is coming in. Oh my god. Nice micro here by the obs, but one ob's going to fall. He's now down to one ob. Nony finally got the second ob there, and that was a suicide ob to keep the other one alive. Day 9 really not been able to kill the obs as much as he's wanted, I'm sure. Storming everything, and Nony with a lot of High Templars here, and I don't know if, what he's going to be able to do about this. This bottom right expansion, he's going to try to hold this ramp right now. Luckily for the AI of StarCraft units, this ramps are very, very strong, and this is just a crazy map. Pathfinding is like completely a huge pain on this map, and Nony can't really make up his mind on what he wants to do. I thought he might isolate that bottom right expansion, but no, he's going to actually come in here. He's going to try to do some damage to the natural. He might be thinking, I'm going to win it right here, but I don't know if he has enough. Lots of sunken colonies here for Day 9, and Day 9 with Lurkers all over. That one ob is actually going to go down here, so so Nony needs to produce observers here. I don't even think he has an observer with his army, and hopefully he does. Oh, there's one. He does have one ob, but wow, he needs to. Generally, you see in PvZ, you don't see the Protoss push out until they have about 3 obs at least, just to deal with the Scourges to pick off those obs. That is often a Zerg strategy, and that's kind of what they have to do. Or Lurkers won't even be useful at all. But yeah, finally, Nony just backing up again. I'm expecting him to finally go and attack this bottom right, except he's not doing it quite yet. Lots and lots of battles going on. We are seeing Day 9 tech to hive here, going to try to get some late game tech out. 2 evolution chambers up here, so he's going to try to play the upgrade game, trying to play the macro game. Lots and lots of Lurkers at this bottom right expansion, so Nony's not going to be, I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything there, and really just nice positioning with these Lurkers holding the ramps, and Day 9 is really, I expect Nony to march all over him. He definitely has the bigger army, but can't really do anything just because his opponent is just playing beautifully with the Lurkers and the sunken colonies, really holding the expansion as well. Alright, more gateways are up now. Nony's going to try to play the macro game. He is playing off 4 gateways here. We are seeing a big encounter here. Oh my gosh, that shuttle gets picked off here. A Lurker's coming in, and actually Nony might be forced to push back. I think Nony is going to push back. He only has several goons. There are a lot of more Hydralisks coming on the way, and Nony's army finally is actually, Nony's going to lose this battle, but now it's up to him. He has a lot of reinforcements at his main base, though, so I don't think this counter from Day 9 isn't going to be too effective, I feel, but really, just really impressive play here by both players. Nony's goons trying to back up here. He needs the Zealot force. Not enough High Templars, though. He actually does have 2 more High Templars at his main base, but I expected more than that. Losing a couple High Templars and only storming. Actually, they were pretty good storms, I guess. But now he is taking the mid-left expansion here, about the 10 o'clock position, I guess you could say. And going to try to play. He's going to be at 5 to 4 bases. So the longer this game goes on, it's shifting into Nony's favor. Definitely the macro game is going to go into Nony's favor, being up expansions like this. Kind of push in here. Oh my gosh, does he not have an observer? Oh my god, I don't see an observer. These Lurkers are devastating. Nony, storming his own High Templar there, but he's going to, nice storms though, kind of a suicide High Templar. More Lurkers coming in. Day 9 knows if he can keep the ob count low. 1 ob on the way here. 1 ob is here now, so Day 9, Nony should be able to deal with this 4 storming everything. That High Templar is just suicide High Templar. Decides to run in there to the Lings. Nony, you can see he's doing pretty good. By no means, he is a great player, playing very well in this, but you can just see his unit control, I think, has got a lot better through the days, and definitely with his time with Easter, it's really helping now, and I expect to see great things from this guy. 2 Reavers out to deal with these Hydralisks. Nony realizing how many Hydralisks his opponent is producing here, so he's going to try to deal with those with the Reaver. It's going to come down to his Reaver micros more than anything. Greater Spire now warping in. So yeah, we haven't seen the storm drops that Nony really prepared for, I think. Oh my gosh, this expansion is under fire here, but Zealots are going to be able to clean this up. Probe's going to start mining, so Day 9 knows where his opponent is spending. He knows where his opponent is, and that's why